After 2 weeks camping in Congress, I went south to Quartzsite and on to Yuma, where I picked up a long-awaited package. I'll share at the end of the video. Camped at the center of the world, then to Kofa National Wildlife Refuge to await a visitor. Alright, we're coming up to the turnoff here that's going to take us to 60 and Aguila, which stands, it's Spanish, that's actually Aguila for eagle. And if you look out real closely on that mountain in the distance over here, well, you might notice there's an arch up there that gives a look like an eagle's beak. There's a lot of cars parked up here, and I'm wondering if I'm going to get lucky. And Tuesday might be the day of the markets. Hey, how cool is that? We get to go to the Aguila market. I've been before. It's great. Join me. What do you think? These are adorable. I'm sure they fit. They're really cute.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente, con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando, yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.
I got 2 green tomatoes, a bunch of cilantro, green onions, and a couple of avocados. And that was like $3. So, back on the road again. It's that time of year here at the end of October. I've been waiting for hot temperatures to drop. And heading to Quartzsite. It's in the desert. sense, it's almost like going to Vegas, well, without the gambling and the neon and the concrete. There's still crowds, and everyone should do it at least once, I guess. Hope. We are in Hope, Arizona. We're now beyond Hope. Brenda. I had friends that have stayed there at the Black Rock Village and also over here at Desert Gold. So camping in the middle of nowhere in the desert isn't for everybody, you know? And some people, they want all of the luxuries of full hookups. And there are several RV parks. Oh, there's lots and lots of them actually. But even when you come out of town, we're still a little bit out of town here. We're in Brenda. That's an RV place. They even have a restaurant here and a tiny store. There it is. Like, I think the Dome Rock Mountains out in front of us, possibly the Plomosas. We're 7 miles out of Quartzsite, and all of the little white speckles you see out there, yeah, that's basically Quartzsite. Sometimes it's more potholes than pavement. The sad state of affairs, what our federal highways have come to, considering that when they were first put in decades ago, it was a feat to cross the country driving. Oh, I hope that means it's going to be better for a little bit. One of 2 exits for Quartzsite. East side of town here. Quartzsite used to have just one exit, and it was not this one. This was not an exit into town. Now, when I first got here, I used to camp over here on the left. All right, we filled it up. I left that $3.09 a gallon. That was pretty sweet. And now I gotta go here to 95. And then go south to La Posta South. Where I am not excited about my next chore. It's the one downfall when you live on the road, is that you get to do a sewer dump and a water fill. It takes me a little bit of time to do it all by myself. And right, you could go to the left, the Scad and Wash, or you go to the right. Here in Coon, I think they call it Coon Avenue. And you can see there's all kinds of like mobile homes and RVs off to the right. People parking and coming in every year. Here we are at the junction of 95 and Coon.
Up ahead would be where a lot of the vendors will be setting up to sell soon. I'm not seeing a lot of them out there. There's a few tents for sure, but not too many. But we are on a mission. When I'm done with my chores, I will be coming back here on the left side to La Posa North, where I will meet up with some friends. Nice rooms. But I need to go a little bit further to La Posa South, which is where the services are that I need. Welcome to Quartzsite, where the desert looks pretty much all the same. Kind of is more about community than it is about a sense of landscape. There are quite a few people here, very close to the entrance way, which I don't get, but to each his own. Not particularly my most favorite job here, but it's got to get done. Doesn't look real busy. I'm real glad about that. And you probably don't need to see this.
Continued south to Yuma, then west to the center of the world, Felicity, California. Camped on BLM LTVA at Pilot Knob. Convenient to Yuma, where I get mail and packages, which was sort of like Christmas after 6 months on the road.
Today in the mail. I'm so excited. I'm not going to tell you yet. So, last year I had a big fire and I lost a lot of stuff, right, in that fire. And I've replaced most of it. Honestly, I have. And some of it, I got help replacing it. So that was really important too. But there's one thing I didn't replace that I've been kind of wanting for a while, and I just wasn't too sure what I wanted and how much money I wanted to spend on this. So this is a Nikon Z5 camera. Oh my gosh, look at this little booger. Yeah, now remember, there's no lens on this right now. Okay, so the really big thing, other than just the camera. Okay, so this probably weighs more than the camera does in reality. Yeah, definitely. Because it is a 28 to 400 millimeter lens. So I can zoom in and out. This is the magic of it's heavier than the camera, it really is. 28 to 400 millimeter, watch this. Oops, it must be locked. It's locked. Watch this. Mwah. Mwah. I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, it is heavy, but it's not as heavy as my other camera. And like I said, I don't think I have any, I don't think there might be a charged battery in there. I don't think so. Come on, open. Open. No battery! That's over here. That's got to be charged. That happens later. But, here we go. Watch this. Oops, I can pretend. I can pretend. Oh my god, this is so exciting. Oops. Okay, why am I not seeing anything? Because it's not on? Because I can't turn it on? No battery.
Took my new camera to Kofa National Wildlife Refuge, where I met my Michigan cousin, and we spent December traveling in southern Arizona. Come back for that journey into the Sonoran Desert.